Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel, BA Bubbles. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Cold War. If you've read the title, honestly, you should know what this video is about, but I'm going to just give it to you anyways. Cold War is trash. I know that's kind of blunt, but I'm going to give you, throughout this whole video, all my points, reasons, and what I think could be fixed, or should be fixed within the time of this beta that's left and to full release, which today is October 11th, and the beta is still happening. So it's an open beta. So if you want to go see, if you don't believe, or if you want to see if I'm right, go ahead and go check it out. Download it real quick, play it, whatever. You go do what you do. Don't take anything into this video to heart, please. If you don't want to buy it because of me, I can't take responsibility for it. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is a biased opinion. I'm not fighting for any side. I'm not for anything. I'm just saying that this game is just, oh man, it could use some work. It really could use some work. But go, I guess, I don't know, prove me wrong. Or if you want to go see for yourself, go ahead. The beta's free. So I've played through several alphas and betas of Call of Duties, including the most recent Modern Warfare, BO4, and even this one now. I thought there was going to be a huge difference between the alpha and beta. I have yet to see much of a change, other than like an extra score streak. But that was just a sentry gun, which is kind of broken. You'll see like a later clip. This first clip will be of my first game ever playing. I'm level 1, as you can see, no progress at all, using basic weapons from the game that is just given to you, with like already attachments and stuff like that. So I might do somewhat decently well. I hit double digits, and I think the only reason I did, which this is also going to be my first point on why this game is honestly garbage, is the weapons are kind of broken. You get shredded really easily, but you get shredded even faster if you have attachments. Now, I know that kind of sounds like a basic thing to say, and it's like, yeah, that's every Call of Duty, dude. It's like, okay, let me explain what I mean. Just stay with me here. This is going to be a long video, so if you want to stay, you can stay. But, there's some... I saw a guy carrying attachments, and I read all of them, that have nothing to do with extra damage, maybe just ADS time at most, and maybe movement speed. That's it. That's all I saw in those attachments. And I looked through all the attachments. I double checked the weaponry. Is like, as a gun guy, I like to look at that kind of stuff to see what I can do to fix my guns and make them better. But when I saw the fact that this guy had like nothing but movement speed, maybe increased faster like reload speed at most, and maybe a little bit of an ADS. He had nothing that affected gun damage at all for any reason. But we're talking two MP5s. MP5 has been, it's literally the same thing as in Modern Warfare, the most recent one, 2019 version. It shreds, okay? And he has nothing on his gun that increases damage. I already said this, so I'm just gonna move on. Compared to a bare MP5 that had like an extra, I had the advantage on him. I took him by surprise. I had him. He had an ADS still. I was pretty much ready to go. I started firing. I got him to about a quarter health, and he shreds me within that time and kills me. I was like, holy crap, what happened? I didn't miss any of my shots. I'm not... You can call me trash all you want, but honestly, you're going to see it in the game if you ever try it. Trust me. It was really weird that attachments that had nothing to do with affecting the gun too much, like in the midst of shooting, I don't think it can make that much of a difference. If one bullet was enough to kill him, and that he could shred me in 3 bullets within that time of before I could even fire my 1 bullet, is insane. And that these attachments are doing that kind of effect on a gun, that's kind of dumb. It was really annoying. And now this doesn't seem like much of a complaint. It's like, just level up the gun, go do it. You can't do that if every single person has attachments on their weapons that shred and you can't even get a chance to take them head on, because that's a lot what happens in Call of Duty. You take somebody head on, and it's just whoever either pulled the trigger first, had more accuracy, or has more damage. All those factors factor in, but when none of those things are the same, it's just whoever shot first is usually how it works. That's how the system works. That's how you usually win those battles. Or had better reaction time, or who aimed higher in the body, or who aimed for the head. When it was kind of the same, it's like, or if you even use like a better weapon, like an assault rifle on an SMG that does far more damage, like it's such a difference that you need kills to level up a gun, so because you need XP from it, because you need to get the kill with that weapon. That's how that works. But when you can't get a kill at all in general, because everyone already has their guns leveled up and everyone beat it, because alright, people already put their pre-order in. Think about it. They're going to be hammering at this game as soon as it drops, because they're going to have it downloaded, ready to go, and it's like, okay, guess what? They're going to get a notification on their phone. Guess what? Cold War is ready to go. Go play it. They're going to hammer at it for the next few hours. No, the whole freaking next week, dude. They're going to have prestiged weapons, gear, everything. They're going to have everything set up and ready to go. And you already know this, because that's how YouTubers are. That's what they do. They're going to go at it. And then with the lower tier players, yeah, I don't know if like skill-based matchmaking is in the game yet. I doubt it. I can hardly tell, to be honest, because I got a lot of one-sided games where I get put up against sweats and hardcore players, and I could hold my own pretty well, but my other players and teammates were just like dying a bunch because they were noobs. They had nothing. They didn't know what to do. They weren't fast enough. They weren't skilled enough to keep up with the player base. So I find that really difficult for players who are just starting out, or who are new to Call of Duty, which I know that pretty much is like almost impossible at this point. But if they can't get any headway, they can't get any kills, they can't do anything, it's going to be super difficult for them to even get anywhere, get any progress, get any leveling done. It's going to take them forever. And this is going to leave everyone confused, or like rage filled, or not even willing to play the game. And I know that happens a lot to like lower tier players, or people who are just like kids who are just playing this game for fun, or not even playing it to be even competitive like some of us. And honestly, I think this is probably the worst Call of Duty I've ever played, to be honest, or like the worst beta of the Call of Duty I've ever played. Yeah, betas, okay, yeah, it's a beta. I give it some credit. Yeah, I can't really be that harsh on it, but it honestly doesn't look like they're changing much, especially since I've played both. Usually you can see like a bunch of changes, or you can see like a lot of like different things that happened, or like bugs, glitches, and stuff like that you see that are clearly fixed or changed from the alpha and beta in between. I didn't see that between here. Like in Black Ops BO4, it was okay. MX9, it was completely broken. It was really bad. Not in like a terrible way. It was like really good. It was really powerful. It was used a bunch all the time in the alpha, and then in the beta, it was like, okay, no one cares about the MX9 anymore. It's like all about the Maddox and whatever, and it's still broken to this day because of its like special attachment. But I don't know how or why you could see these big changes, because they definitely fixed it, or they try to like make weapons work better. Some of the game modes changed, they made it more accurate. You've fixed the guns, you fixed all kinds of animations and things like that. I could see there was definitely differences and changes in the game. They were very obvious. But when it's like you can't see anything at all, it's just like it just copy and paste, maybe add in one or two things. It's like there's nothing changed at all. There's clearly a problem that they may not do anything, or they're still working on something, which I haven't heard much from Activision. So it's like I can't really make a huge judgment call on it. Now, another thing that about guns that were a major problem with guns in this game was that snipers were out here like crazy. I mean, not just like regular people sniping, not like because I wasn't playing a lot of combined arms. I know because since it's like a ground war base, it's like yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of snipers. Yeah, that's a pretty normal thing. I figured that much. But in regular multiplayer, quick scopers and snipers don't show up very often. But on a norm, in this game, it's a whole different. It's a whole different story, honestly. I was seeing snipers and like people quick scoping a bunch. Now I don't have a lot of clips of them right now because I didn't record them. I didn't have like the like space for it at the moment. I had to clear out a lot of stuff because I'm recording like a bunch of other things right now. I'm doing like a lot of cleaning and setting up for my PS4 and stuff like that because um, I'm moving around the house. We're cleaning up because we have extra time because of the pandemic or whatever. So I'm messing around with things. So I didn't have the like I didn't think about it at the moment and I didn't record it. I didn't have it recorded. So, but if I can get another clip, maybe I'll post it some other time. We'll figure that out later. But quick scopers and snipers, I found like a whole team of just quick scoping, and they weren't even friends. They didn't know each other. It was like, yeah, I'm better than you, and just like kept continuously competing against each other. It's like they're clearly not friends. It was very obvious. But when there's that many showing up, it's like they're not really that common on a norm. But when they're really common and like they show up in like every match and they abuse like the sniper rifles a bunch, it's pretty obvious that snipers are overpowered. And honestly, I've watched a couple other YouTubers who are like COD fanatics say like, yeah, snipers are broken. All these other things are broken. I can agree with a lot of them, and I'll also be making a lot of complaints that honestly match up to theirs, probably. That honestly make me don't want to buy this game at all. And I've purchased like every single Call of Duty ever since COD 3, like old, like 2000 version. COD 3 is before Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So I've been here for almost like 12 to 13 years now at this point. I've been playing this game for a fat minute. But for me to say that I've bought every other Call of Duty and said I've played through them, I've watched videos on them, and I've had fun with them. I've played with my friends. I've enjoyed myself. And then finally to find one game of a Call of Duty game that I've been with for a while and say that, yeah, this game is going to be terrible. I don't want to buy it. That clearly tells you something. As well as like, again, fanatics who have been like playing this game for like a while to say that, nah, I don't want to, is like insane. Now, another good point that I'm gonna bring up. Let me finish the sniper one. It was super obvious that out in the alpha they were insane. We saw them a lot. I did this with a couple of my buddies, Cam and Miles. If you guys know them, if you've been on my channel for a little while, you probably know them. But we saw them quite a bit. We were getting popped all the time. We couldn't stop them because they were so fast. You could ADS so quickly, so fast, and with like and hit so hard because a bullet to the body that like didn't kill you was about 80 damage, and that leaves you at 20 health, which is insane. Um, but if it was like a straight hit that was like an actual kill shot, it was gonna be just instant. And I'll probably have a clip here right now showing that like my point of view. Snipers, it's not hard to quick scope. I'm really bad at it, to be fair, but it does still require a bit of skill, so you can aim up at a certain part of the body so you can actually get your kill shots every time. But it was really obvious that these snipers could be easily capable of like getting streaks and kills and stuff like that really easily. So that's another problem. Um, Other than guns being broken because of just random attachments, and like it was insane how much of a difference between just a bare gun to an actual attachment gun is just wow. And then I think that that could be a leveling problem, especially with players who are lower tier. As long as if there's still matchmaking, it might even out and balance out. I'm sure they'll probably put it in. I might be a little late to the story. I don't know what's going on. I haven't kept up with it very well because I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to support this game. I don't think it's going to do well because they're going to have to do a lot to fix this game in between before beta and release on shelves. Um, that first clip, again, I did say that I was going to do pretty decently because I actually had attachments and weapons and like gear on me. But this next clip should be of me playing a game with just unlocking custom classes. So I just got it. I'm trying out a gun completely bare versus a bunch of like other players who have like attachments and like all kinds of stuff. Now I'm pretty decently skilled. I'm not saying that I'm a god tier sweat. No, I'm not saying that I'm competitive god tier. No, I'm pretty decently there. I'm in between competitive and okay. Then there's just like noobs, just no one knows what they're doing. There's okay who like play this game all the time. They're still pretty decent. And then there's people who spend all their time on this game who are just god tier competitive players who like play S&D and stuff like this. But this is like TDM and like domination. These game modes don't really give like a lot of like areas for you to like play competitively. So it's just a bunch of mixed players of just like good, okay, low tier, and like really good players. Especially like streamers, YouTubers, and stuff like that. They're gonna be popping up everywhere in these betas because why not? But I found it really difficult because it took quite a bit of skill for me to actually like put out lead and get kills, especially head on with people who like saw me and who didn't see me. There was a huge difference between those two because if you saw me, I would like have the hardest time fighting you for like my life because one, my gun is not capable of keeping up with their gun because it has attachments and gear and stuff like that. Because I was a little late to the beta. I had to like wait a whole day because I had school and I had to get that done. So everyone was like getting like a whole hour, like couple of hours ahead of me. They had like 8 hours of just like playtime without me. So everyone was kicking my butt pretty much, or I was like barely getting the kill, or I was barely winning it half the time. Um, so that was a major issue that I found. And the next thing I found out was that holy crap, not even uh, like basic primary weapons were pretty powerful. And then I realized, oh yeah, there's shotguns as secondary still now. It was still a part of the game, and I got blasted by one. And yeah, we saw it during alpha. It was a big problem there too, because everyone was using only one type of shotgun. Because the pump one, the hunter, is terrible because it takes like 4 seconds to pump after you shoot. If you miss your shot, it does do more damage than the spaz. It basically one taps, but I don't know if it's worth. If you miss your shot, it would be more reliable to something that like doesn't kill that fast. And like doesn't have as much damage, but it can like spam bullets when you need it. The hunter was really bad because it took forever to pump. Somebody said that it took like 6 whole seconds. We watched somebody like reload afterwards and still have enough time to like shoot this man after he shot one bullet and like completely missed. But the spaz was completely different because this one, you don't have to pump it at all. You can just like rapid fire it if you had a trigger finger and just have like your whole frontal view would be covered in pellets and you would just die. So I don't like that feature. I don't like having like a shotgun as a secondary because people are gonna abuse that power way too easily, way too much. But I find that like a little issue, not too much, because well, after having that in BO4, that was a big issue because of the Mog and Dragon's Breath, whatever. That was a pain in the ass. Next thing I want to say would probably be rocket launchers. I'm gonna pull up a clip where a whole sentry turret ate a rocket with like no problem and still could take like maybe 2 more shots with little to no like issue at all, which I find kind of dumb because these guns in this game don't output damage on like score streaks and gear or vehicles very easily. They have a hard time doing it. And I know there's attachments and gear that can help with that, but that's like really later on in like leveling. It takes so much time and effort to get those things. I don't know if anybody could actually have that, let alone have a build or a weapon built specifically for that, or have the attachments that could actually help with that and still have a good effect in like the midst of facing somebody who has an actual gun pointing and shooting. It was insane how much it took to kill just a simple sentry gun, and there's like no basic other gear that could help you do that. And it is really weird for a rocket launcher not to hit that hard on such a score streak. It's just a sentry gun. It's not that overpowered, and it shreds people too. It does not give you a second to breathe at all for any reason. mixed it in with good players and stuff like that, and you're gonna have a hard time. And the rocket launchers also are very weak against like attack choppers. It takes, because one, um, they already have flares, so that's already a miss. So, and you only have like 2 shots in every rocket launcher every time you spawn. I had to shoot chopper 3 times with a big rocket launcher, like a whole entire stinger, which originally could like take it down in 2 shots really quickly if you had like a team with the rocket launcher. If somebody actually pointed and shoot, one, the rocket lock on time, that takes time, and then there's the time of it traveling, hitting it, or even like just the damage in between is insane, because this game is going to be very fast paced. Since you shred people, you may not have that kind of time to do that and just like sit there, lock on, fire it, and then do it again another 3 times, even if it does take the time for you to reload and like die, respawn, have ammo in your thing, do it again, and repeat the process over and over again. Especially with people who are like really good against another team, spamming it. I'll let that slide. It's a beta, whatever. But I still think they could upgrade it and fix it somehow. Um, I saw that pistols were still a very big problem in this game. During the alpha, I got tired of using like primary weapons, because like you didn't have access to a lot of them. Or at least at like the start. So I was like, hey, I wonder if, since like the shotguns are overpowered since they're secondaries, like I wonder if pistols are. I tried it out, and I found out a scary truth that yeah, they are. They're very overpowered if you do them right. If they have attachments on attachments, the burst pistol is insane. It is it outright it like it can rival and outmatch some assault rifles and other weapons, and even SMGs, which is insane. I never thought I would ever find something like that. I think that's a lot of the major ones that I found that were like really weird or like really uncomfortable or like just don't make me want to play this game in multiplayer. Multiplayer would be very difficult for new people and players. These last few clips would probably be a game where I was like probably struggling to like keep up with players, because like they had attachments and stuff like that. They had gear. They were sweating their ass off. I just woke up and just like started playing one day. Um, so we'll see. There are a couple of good things about this game. But they don't, like, they can't match up to some of the bad things about this game. The fast shredding, man, it's like it just keeps getting faster and faster, and it's like there's like no in between. There's nothing. It's like, I swear these guns might as well shoot one bullet and kill in one shot. At this point, it's like there's no point of having that many bullets being put out if they get shredded that fast. Um, it makes no sense to me at this point, or it's just like it's not the same. And I don't know if this game is going to hold up very long or for even a while, to be honest. I doubt it's going to be on the memorable list, because it's going to need a lot of work, to be fair. I mean, people said that BO4 was bad. I think this one's even worse, which is saying a lot, to be fair. Because BO4 still did somewhat okay. I can't say that it did as good as some of the other games. Like, probably BO3 did way better than that, and that's why people just kept staying with BO3 and left BO4. But I think there's a lot of players who are just rather gonna play BO4 than this, and which is kind of like weird and insane, for the fact that this is a new game. People are gonna want to see it. People want to play it. The only thing that's really holding up some people would probably be the zombies. I've seen the trailer. I've seen some details. A chopper gunner and zombies. We'll see how well that goes. We'll see how well this thing is. They were saying something about transit coming back, which is exciting, because like, okay, BO2 was legendary for that, as well as its multiplayer and stuff like that. It was a very well done game. Everyone loved it. It was memorable. It goes right up there with the first 3 Modern Warfare series, maybe even the newest Modern Warfare. Um, I don't know where this thing's going to be placed on people's list because I don't want to spend $60 on this game. People already have pre-orders and things like that put into the game and set up and stuff like that. I don't know if I want to or even want to like even buy the game, even if it was just for the zombies. If I could get it separately and pay like a 15, like $20, I'll do it. I'll probably do it, honestly. They didn't come out with any new gimmicks. They didn't bring any new kind of battle royale. No, they just like they have a literal link to Warzone from Modern Warfare for you to click on in the game, just in the lobby. I don't know what their plan was there. I don't know what was going on there. I feel like zombies is supposed to be there, or I honestly don't remember what it looked like. I haven't played it in a few days because I don't want to play it. I can't stand playing it at all. Um, a lot of time you get players who can barely hold their own, or it's like always one-sided. I said this earlier in the video, but it's really difficult to keep up. And I wish I had a group to play with this on, but a lot of my friends don't have access to this, even though it's free, or like just don't want to play it because they've seen like videos and stuff like that. So, but I want to point this out and like show the people who I do know, or like some people's like detail and like proof and evidence that this game honestly could use work, and I don't intend to ever buy it. Or if they do intend to buy it, they're only going to buy it for zombies, which we still have yet to see any kind of like major league footage of like a whole round or like somebody actually playing the game. But I hope they're not just playing us for just fools. It's like, hey, we're bringing back Transit. Woo! It's like buy our game. It's just like I hope that's not what that case is, because BO4 was bad for that. They had like a bunch of like, yeah, it was really big hype, excited, it was going to be like BO3. Yeah, BO3 was actually somewhat decent and held somewhat of a name and title in the Call of Duty series. It was good. It's a better version of like the Advanced and Infinite Warfare. I think it held like a better like idea, so even competitive players were okay with it. Zombies wasn't too bad. It was good to bring back Revelations. They weren't joking about that. They finally brought it back. I'm really happy. We finished Origins recently. But I probably sound really monotone because I just woke up and I just want to put this video out as soon as possible because I don't know how much longer this beta is going to last, and they're probably going to they're not going to wait too long to output the actual game on stores and shelves and stuff like that. So I'm not going to buy it. Don't base your choices on me. Just look at the footage and listen to what I have to say. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. You can leave. I don't care. That's up to you. You spend your money however you want. With a pandemic, I just don't want to spend my money on something that's just like that's not worth my time, or I don't feel like I'm gonna make very much progress on, or I could honestly do better, or I could pay for something that's far better and like more enjoyable and more entertaining than what this game will turn out to be. I don't think it's gonna last more than a couple months. It won't be memorable. It's gonna be on a bad list. So that's my reasoning. That's my idea. That's what I think. So, if you want to listen, go ahead. Don't. All right. You play at your own risk. But I'm just warning you now. This may not be a normal thing on my video, on my channel, or whatever. If it does become a normal thing and you guys like it, let me know in the in like comment section. Give me some feedback, please. Thank you. That'll be all.